How's it going, everybody out there in YouTube land? I'm Sean.
And I'm Ryan.
And we're the Natural Gamers, and today what we're going to be talking about is Modern Warfare 3. Probably going to be the most highly selling game ever. It's going to sell the most copies of any game this year, and we're just going to talk a little bit about it. So, first off, single player.
Single player.
We just got done playing it literally probably less than 2 minutes ago. So,
this is fresh on our minds.
Fresh on our minds.
Fresh piece of dog shit.
It was boring.
It was very boring. I would have expected, maybe like we weren't in the mood, but if it wasn't, like if we weren't in the mood, it definitely should have got us.
Should have put us in the mood.
Yes.
The problem is, and I think that's a problem with the narrative of this. The only reason we're bringing this up, by the way, is because people fucking are in love with this storyline. And in love with these characters that they know nothing about. I mean, I'm hearing like people are like, it was such an emotional. What are you, fucking an emotional experience? They're not three-dimensional characters. All you don't know anything about them, their personal life, and actually, even as like the larger narrative. I mean, we're in the middle of World War III here. Yeah. It never feels like you're in the middle of World War III.
They like don't act like it's World War III.
Yeah.
They don't act like this. It's all about getting the mission done. I guess they're professionals, but everybody has a feeling.
All they care about is killing Makarov, and that's kind of supersedes everything else that's going around them. And because apparently it's this one man, that it's all
causing
him.
All
it's
of
all
this.
him.
Yes.
You know, obviously.
One man's behind it. If you kill this one guy,
then everything's going to be saved. I don't know. I mean, but just not very impressed with it. I think like it's more of like I think if you think like movies like Avatar are like really good movies,
then you'll think this is a really good single player.
Like Avatar and Transformers. If you think those are actually good movies, like you find them compelling and not like dog shit, then you will probably love the single player campaign.
And this game didn't impress me one bit with their graphics.
Well, I mean, the graphics they're not bad.
No, they're not bad, but there's
some really beautiful, stunning like scenery and stuff like that every once in a while. But like nothing that happens is like, the problem is, and this is the same problem that Uncharted had, and I think a lot of games, especially once you're getting into the third iteration of a game, is it's so much of the same. You've already seen it kind of 2 other times. It's really hard to excite you and really hard to impress people, because me and Ryan were sitting there playing and we were just talking about what we thought was going to happen, and every like cliche thing that we called happened in the game, like as we were playing it. So pretty disappointed in the single player.
And whoever made this game, for them to really like give this to the fans and think this is like a finished product, this is a finished single player, and how they can like screw you over like that, it wasn't that exciting. It wasn't like, didn't feel like the tip of the iceberg. The only thing that felt that great was the end, which is the most important thing in the game. But
yeah, the last maybe 15 minutes that was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty neat. It's not even that it's not a finished product. It just feels very small.
Yeah.
And overall, I just not impressed. Not a big fan of it. I mean, I'm not a big fan of it. I think first-person shooter, like single-player campaigns, usually aren't very compelling to begin with.
Right.
But this, I felt, was like almost insulting.
Yeah.
I was a little bit insulted by how like dumb it was, how like illogical it was. Like we're talking about like one of the most incompetent like groups of special forces people ever to grace, you know, any type of war.
The things they do might be cool, but
it's so like
illogical.
Everything's illogical and plot convenient, and like, I don't know. Just I'm not a big fan of it. Not a big fan of that.
And the shocks they try to get you, like you said earlier.
Yeah, it's all
they're cheap shots.
They're cheap shots. It's stuff. Some of the things happen that are, especially one thing in particular, and I think guys holding a handheld camera. And once, if you know what you'll know what I'm talking about. It's the only thing like that in the game.
I mean, that could get to anybody. Like just seeing.
No, it's just trying to like grab people, and be like, oh, this is serious.
Yeah. Now it's serious. This is war, and this is what happens.
The city's being overcome with farts.
Yeah, like.
It did. It looked like a big cloud of farts.
Yeah. And the characters, every time one would kind of show emotion, another one would put it off. Like, shut the fuck up! Don't say anything. This has got a mission to do. Like seriously.
No, not even that. But or crack a joke or make anything to make them more like three-dimensional.
Yeah, like kind of
like add like character to them. Somebody would be like, quiet, we gotta move.
Yeah.
Fucking Price, man. Like I don't know who the fuck out there thinks that guy's a cool character, but come on. Price is like the shitty Solid Snake.
You won't want to be Solid Snake.
He's like the wannabe shitty Solid Snake as a character.
Oh, I'm old.
I just don't give a fuck. Like there's not one person in that game I gave a fuck about. To the multiplayer Rant.
the multiplayer, I'm gonna say, it almost looks, but it definitely plays the same and feels the same as Modern Warfare 2.
Which is not really bad.
No, right? Don't fix something that's
no.
not broken.
The graphics are a little bit better. They're a little bit better. I actually think the gameplay is slightly improved.
It is,
I think the controls are a little bit tighter and whatnot, and I felt more comfortable playing. I'm actually, out of all the Call of Duty games, this is the one I have been the best at. Actually, well, skill-wise, I've been the best at.
The guns handle a lot more, which can improve your game.
The guns handle great. I think the hit detection might be a little bit off.
That's fine.
Because I'm clearly shooting people in the crotch and getting headshots.
Yes.
This is also what I read. I read this on joystick.com. You should be able to go find it. They used all the same models and like texture skins that they did for Modern Warfare 2. You're paying variations on the same maps that are actually just refigured, kind of like rearranged. Just so you should know that, like, going into it, a few new gameplay modes, and there's like a new kill confirmed and stuff like that, which is actually surprisingly fun.
It is fun.
I actually really enjoy that quite a bit.
The new modes they added were enjoyable. They weren't just like dog shit. But for the Activision to do that to the fans, it's kind of insulting to the fans. Like, are you that dumb? Will you buy the same game twice?
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, please.
Pretty much. I mean, not only will you buy the same game twice, but will you thank us for it?
Yes.
Like, because it's not a bad game.
No.
Because Modern Warfare 2 is not a bad game.
No,
it's solid. These games are like live and die by how good the multiplayer is.
Yes.
By how cool it is and everything, And I understand the philosophy of not wanting to
change anything.
But you have to bring something else to the
give
table.
us something else. Whether you gotta give us like at least one big change. There were moderate changes, like very subtle.
They're all subtle changes. The kill streak stuff.
Right.
Sorry, that does not like really make it that much different of an experience.
I will say it does make you like, oh my god, I don't have to get a kill to get a kill streak reward. Like,
that's one of the subtle changes. But the point system, it's now a point system, not necessarily. It's a points streak
instead
system.
of a kill. But which I agree,
that's
they went in the right direction with that.
Or even fucking give me a new graphics engine, just something.
Oh my god, why? This is the same. I can't say this. I don't know if it is, but it definitely
it looks like
the same Modern Warfare 2 engine.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be Modern Warfare 3. It's supposed to be a fucking the most epic game ever.
It's supposed to be the best. Like, they claim that it's the greatest shooter of all time, and I'm sorry, that's not true.
It's not true. I know what is though. I don't need to fucking say it.
Well, and the thing that sucks the most about it, I think, is not actually the game. It's the people that play the game.
Yes.
The community for Call of Duty games just across the map. You guys fucking suck. You're a bunch of like weird fanboys. Homophobic, racist fanboys. And seriously, and you need to come up with something better than
I'll fuck your mom.
Then I'll fuck your mom. You really need to come up with like a better comeback, because that's not a comeback. That's just like a...
That's ignorant.
That's just like a stupid thing.
Yeah.
That's,
we shouldn't really, promote trash talk, but just do it in like a fucking manner that you can be like...
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's funny. At least like rub the two brain cells together you got and fucking like form a cohesive sentence. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time I just play it on like mute all the people that are talking, because it's just, I don't want to hear fucking little 12-year-olds throwing like homophobic, racist comments to everybody or anything, or talking about how this is bullshit because they just got killed. No, the worst thing was Ryan was playing sniper class. And you were fighting that other sniper, and you guys were like in the alley.
Yeah.
And so Ryan was like, trying to shoot him, but strafing up towards him. He gets right next to him, and then you stabbed him.
Right.
With a knife.
Right.
And he's like, oh, you fucking noob.
Yeah.
Fucking stabbed him. Well, like, what?
It's part of the fucking game.
Not only that, but that takes some skill to fucking get up to the dude.
To dodge your sniper, your shitty sniping abilities. Fuck you. And I will say that not everybody in the community is like that. Kudos to everybody who's like respectful.
Yeah, and just
plays the game.
Plays the game and wants to have a good time. Wants everybody to have a good time. That's great. Like, it's much appreciated.
Yeah.
Because I'd say 80% of that community are like just fucking idiots. Yeah. Like, it's the only game that I've played
that community.
That's like that. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's a shitty just atmosphere to have to play a game in. Yeah. Fuck you if you're like that, fanboys. Because that's the worst, and that's the worst part. You fucking like violently defend a game and dismiss other games.
I know. Oh,
Just
God
be dismissive of it. The worst part of it is being dismissive because you're only cheating yourself.
Yeah.
Like not playing a different kind of first-person shooter, or saying all other first-person shooters are dog shit because they're not from the Call of Duty franchise.
Exactly.
You're only fucking yourself, buddy.
You can enjoy 2 games at once, you motherfucker.
Yeah. I mean, we get very passionate.
Yeah,
about
this is just ridiculous.
Because-
Like, why are you like this?
Why are you like that? Why?
Just fucking expand yourself. Other games are great.
Grow, young man. Lift you up in the rain, gonna make you a hero. It's a bummer for us just because we're gamers. We like to play games with other gamers, obviously.
Yes.
And so it just kind of sucks.
Let me know, what's your final verdict for Modern Warfare 3? Your final well, let's not say your final so-say, but your so-say right now as of like...
As of right now?
After you play the single player, multiplayer...
If I would have to give it like a number rating, it would be 7 out of 10.
I will give it a little higher. 7.5, 8.
7.5, 7.8. Okay, I mean that's true.
Only because of the multiplayer. I will say for the single player, it's not something you should necessarily avoid. It's there, you can play it, but
yeah,
it's not something that is like if you're new to the series, you don't.
It's not necessary.
It's not necessary.
No.
If you could skip to the last 10 minutes,
then I'd say try it.
Go for it. I mean that's the only good part about it.
Yeah.
But, I mean that is our thoughts.
Just tell us what you think in the comments. Remember to check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Link will be in the description and channel page. That's gonna about do it for us. So I'm Sean.
And I'm Ryan.
And one of the Natural Gamers, and we'll see you next time we have something to talk about. Fuck you, fanboys.